So if your brand page on LinkedIn is doing all the work, you're playing LinkedIn on hard mode. You're gonna wanna know about this concept called the content ecosystem. It's one of the cleanest ways for a startup to build demand on social without relying on ads and without turning your marketing team into a content sweatshop. Now, what is a content ecosystem? It's when your content comes from 3 different sources. They're all connected, and we'll go into each of those. Now, the point here is not more posting. The point is actually more entry points, more ways for your ideal customer to bump into you, to learn from you, and to build trust over time. Why are startups losing at this right now? Well, a lot of teams I see are kind of stuck on the company-led content, right? That's the basics. Product updates, polished announcements, feature launch graphics, and maybe the occasional case study. That content isn't bad, it's just often not enough. And because brand accounts are really on hard mode, especially on LinkedIn, people come here for people. So platforms tend to reward human voices more than corporate ones. Founder-led content works because it's how trust gets built. Things like what you're learning, what you believe about the market, what you're seeing with customers, what you're building, and why. Employee-led content is actually the multiplier of this, right? I talk a lot about founder-led content, but when your team posts, your brand suddenly has a supporting cast, right? It becomes multiple angles, different perspectives, micro audiences start to form, and they're all pointing back to the same company story. That makes your company feel real. So here's how to build this content ecosystem. I would say the first step is to launch founder-led content. That looks like, starting with 2 to 3 posts a week to get consistent, right? Secondly is to add a few willing leaders or team members. The best content person on your team is the one who actually wants to do it. So 2 to 3 more people. And third is that you're going to use the brand page as amplification. Things like, your standard product updates, case studies, and some of the key clips that other team members have shared. So if your brand page on LinkedIn is doing all the work, you're playing LinkedIn on hard mode. If you build this ecosystem, your content stops feeling like a random slot machine, right? Your brand starts feeling inevitable to the right people because they're seeing you from multiple angles over time. Message me the word ecosystem and I'll share a simple rollout plan that you can copy with your team.